Hi, I'm Pearse, and I want to say a big thank you to all of you who voted in my recent poll about how you think society at large sees engineers. The results are perhaps not so surprising, though if the marriage material vote is anything to go by, we really must have a bit of an image problem. Anyway, I also wanted to respond with my thoughts on the back of the results and the very lively debate. First off, I think it's really helpful to look at the language. Engineer sounds like engine, and engines are generally hot, oily and smelly, so you need a good set of tools and some overalls. But if you go to France, Germany or Italy, you're called an ingénieur, an ingénieur or ingegnere. Now what does that sound like? Can you see the words ingenious in those titles? Or even genius? And if you translate engine into those languages, you get variations of the word motor. Now we're stuck with the language. No one's going to change that in a hurry. But I really don't think it's a problem, and here's why. What you think of yourself as an engineer is far more important than what anyone else thinks. Because if you base your self-image on how you think others perceive you, then your self-esteem will only ever be as good as your last conversation, which is crazy, don't you think? If our European colleagues think of themselves as ingenious or even genius, why on earth can't we? After all, everything you see around you in your office was created by engineers from many different cultures. What's more, if we hold ourselves in high esteem as engineers, it must rub off on those around us, just as going around saying or thinking, "I'm only an engineer," will also influence others. So on that basis, I don't mind what society thinks, and I relate to all four of the stereotypes in the poll. I do have some nerdy interests, I'm not an extrovert, I do believe I've contributed to creating the world we live in, and I'm more than happy wielding a spanner in a boiler suit. So don't let word association, impact your sense of worth. Be the ingenious genius that you really are. Now you may have seen that my professional focus is leadership development. So I also wanted to let you know that I'll be posting about leadership and management for engineers shortly. Keep an eye out and I'll see you there.